finished up with the Sweet Caroline, and Kubrat is just making his way from the back from out of his dressing room to face unified heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua. I was just gonna jump on really quickly. The card hasn't been too bad. You know, the Martin Okolie fight over or victory over Sergey Kuzmin. You know, it was a decent fight, decent skill from Bacoli. I would have liked to have seen him a little more aggressive, honestly, for heavyweights. So I thought he could have done himself a little more of a service in being a little more aggressive looking. But he got the win, and I thought Kuzmin landed some of the bigger shots, the action that we like to see at heavyweight. I was a little Huey Fury took out Walk after sustaining a huge cut. I was a little dismissive of Lawrence Okolie earlier today, and maybe even in a previous video. I don't think he's a very aesthetically pleasing fighter, but he looked better tonight. And they told you several times, they mentioned that there was a noticeable difference in him looking more fluid and being, just looking more like a boxer. Like I said, the last one or two times that I saw him in the ring, really, it was difficult to watch him, and I really just was like, man, he's got a lot of work to do. But he had a guy tonight. Makes you wonder how Glowacki would have looked against him. But the replacement, Nikodem Jezewski, I think was his name. Quick note on Brian Kelly, like, can he? Some of these guys on the call, man. I mean, I know you're concerned, and you have the microphone, you have the platform. I get it, but you can't ref, judge, do the replay, predict. You can't do everything. I want to hear what AJ comes out his ring walk music is, to be honest. But anyway, looking at him, he got Floyd Mayweather is at the fight. I just saw some pictures from the from Matchroom. Floyd Mayweather is at the fight. That's I guess he can do what he can do. And that's Floyd would do that. Show some love and go out of his way. Being over in London would show some love to be at AJ's fight. And he's doing his international thing and whatnot. So it is what it is, but I hope that's who I should have put that on the thumbnail, but I'm pretty sure it was a couple of pictures of Floyd Mayweather at the fight tonight. So that's the brother. That's the fruits of all his labor throughout the years. But finishing up with Okolie, man, and Kelly just being over the top with what was going on with Jezewski. Dude did look bad. And it's weird how the refereeing. It's weird how the refereeing in the UK looks different. Sometimes they're quick to pull the trigger on stopping the fight. They do the oxygen thing after the fight. So crew comes into the ring when guys get knocked out. And then sometimes you see some situations when you don't know what the hell is going on. And the way that Jezewski was reacting, it was a little awkward. But I mean, he kind of moved a little awkward, in all honesty. I mean, a lot of those far Eastern European cats, they got a little different movement to their body. So I don't know if the guy was on the cusp of dying in the ring. I feel like Kelly could have dialed it back a little bit. But a good performance by Okolie. He was using his length. He was boxing up and down, jabbing to the body, setting up some shots, leaving some space for him. He's a really long cruiserweight. What he get? 2 knockdowns, one with the body shot coming first, and then just rocked Jezewski with a couple of big right hands right down the pipe. That showed you how, and through Jezewski's guard, shows you he really wasn't. I mean, the guy took the fight on like 10 days. So what do you expect? To hear to hear Mannix and mainly Mannix going crazy about Okolie as a champion and doing a whole lot at cruiserweight. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I think Okolie would have his hands full against Brightus. If you saw Brightus in the WBSS finale for the cruiserweights, if you saw him completely neutralize the big man, damn, the Cuban cat from down in Miami, Dorticos, Uniel Dorticos, I think is his name. Dorticos couldn't lay a finger on the dude with his right hand all night long. Okolie moves around a lot more, you know, totally different, you know, agility level and all of that. But I just think Brightus boxes a little too well for a guy like Okolie at this point. The other cat, the other heavyweight, I mean, the other cruiserweight champion that's out there, I can't think of the African cat. Maybe that's not such a bad matchup for Okolie, but I just don't see Okolie as being a world beater at this particular time. But, you know, he's big, decent power. He eliminated a guy tonight that he should have eliminated. We might have found out something different if Glowacki had been able to fight. Anyway, AJ is getting ready to walk out. Let me check this production out and enjoy the rest of the fight. Oh, the bad news is Elvis Rodriguez, I talked about him earlier today. He won't be on the ESPN Plus card. He tested positive for COVID, and that card will be starting at 7:30 Eastern time instead of 7 o'clock. So I really wanted to see him. He was going to take on Larry Fryers, but you know, tough luck for him. And but the telecast, it's a lot of other action on the telecast. So be sure to check that out. I'm out. Peace.